Hello, Women's Council. We are live with Jill Daniels in our first edition of Women's Council of Realtors West Suburban, Who's Who? We're going to take a couple minutes here and ask Jill about her relationship with Women's Council, and then we're going to learn a little bit about her.
Sounds great. Thank you for
Here
having me.
Jill, how long have you been a Women's Council member?
At least like 4 to 5 years.
Okay.
Maybe even longer.
Yeah. Why do you keep a relationship? Why do you continually join?
Well, I keep it going because I think it's such a great environment to have people from all different brokerages all over sharing ideas, coming together to learn. And one, that you've got the educational aspect. Secondly, you've got the fun aspect. And especially with COVID going on, I'm like, oh my gosh, I miss everybody.
Yes,
so it's great to be doing this with you today.
Yes.
And just to see how everybody can just facilitate and further themselves and be a better version of who they are and learn from each other.
Great. You have also been huge with sponsoring new realtor members. And we thank you for that. This year you have sponsored 4 new members to join us, give us a shot, and help them with their businesses as they are just joining the real estate industry. What do you have to say about that?
I'm always happy to sponsor, and I love it when people want to come and they want to learn. And I think the shout out has to go to Carrie Little because she is such a big proponent and she just makes all of her new agents get involved and come. It's really a great avenue for people to learn leadership skills and to get involved and learn to work together and just in a collaborative fashion.
Well, we really thank you for that. They wouldn't have the chance without you when you are starting out in a new career. Sometimes it's hard to financially and directing wise, you don't know where to go and what's going to help you. So big shout out to you for that.
Well, thank you for letting me have the opportunity.
Yes. All right. Well, let's learn about Jill Daniels. Talk about your firm, what you do, and anything pertinent, how you're facilitating and handling COVID-19.
Okay. Well, I would say everything's different, but we're still moving forward. So with COVID-19, we've got closings going forward for the most. You've got a lot of flexibility from all the parties involved. And it's really been nice to see how everybody's really come together, professionally to make sure that we're getting deals closed. For the sellers, it's really the sellers are not going to closing. So we are, working proactively ahead of time to get everything notarized and execute it so that it can be in advance of the title companies. And then depending upon the title company, maybe we're doing some, if it's a purchase, maybe some tailgating in the parking lot, signing some documents, doing something maybe even, over the phone, just really making it be what's going to work for the client, what's going to work for the title company, and what's going to work so that one, we can close. Secondly, that they have the understanding and they have someone that goes over their documents so that we're still a part of the process.
Great.
And everybody's healthy and keeping everybody healthy and the appropriate social distance.
Yes, yes. Now, I know you mentioned before you have a traveling notary. Yeah. That's pretty cool because I know that they do have the virtual notarization being taken, but some deals aren't able to accept that. So that's, kudos to you for having that person on your team that is able to get out there and safely get these documents signed.
So we've done all different kinds of things. So my firm's always been virtual. So it's kind of been set up so that my notary's always gone to people instead of the people having to come to my office. So this was a really easy transition for us. In the Mobile Notary Act with the virtual notarization has gone into effect. But what's been great is Kathy has been able to say, okay, we're going to, she witnessed somebody signing through a screen door last week because not everybody has the ability to FaceTime or make that happen, technology. So she was like, okay, I'm going to keep you safe. I'm out here. I see you signing. Slip them. Here's the thing. Slip them through the door. We're good to go. So we're really offering whatever flexibility we can to get that done. But it's just really been a continuation of what we've been doing and making that happen.
Awesome. Anything else you want to tell us about Jill Daniels and her firm?
I'd love to. People want to say, what do you want in an attorney? And what should you look for? Well, one, you want your attorney to be knowledgeable and to understand the contract and to be able to answer those questions for you and to be able to do a good job for you. Secondly, you want them to be flexible. So, and the fact that my firm's always been virtual, we've been able to have that flexibility to be an option for us, even now with COVID-19, so that if someone's like, hey, I'm getting off at 5:30, I'm like, no problem. Give me a call. We'll talk tonight at 7:30, 9 o'clock, whatever's going to work for you. And you want your attorney involved in the transactions. Nothing's worse when you call your real estate attorney and they're like, I don't even know what you're talking about. So even though Peg, who's my paralegal, does a great job, we're still very much tag teaming. So whether it be that she gets an email, I get an email, I'm copied on them. And, if there's an issue, she involves me, I involve her. We'd really just try to have, that team approach coming forward. And when you're working with your attorney, you want them to be trustworthy and you want to know that they're doing the best job for you and your clients, which is something that I think, is really important to mention, that we'll always put the client's interest first, because my relationship is with the clients. Although, I have that longstanding relationship with realtors, it's always what's going to be in the client's best interest, which I know you all want also. In looking at the team approach. So when I look at it, it's not just my office and the clients. We're looking at it as it's who's our title company, who's the attorneys on the other side, to make sure you have a good relationship with them, and looping everybody into that communication process to say, hey, you know what? You as their realtor knows what's going on in the transaction. I never want it to be where you're like, I got to call Jill. I haven't heard from her in 2 weeks. Where are we at? I want it to be where you feel that you're part of the transaction and you kind of have, a back seat, if you will, with all the emails and saying, hey, we know that it's 7 days until we're clear to close, but here's where we're at with the lender. And, we're working what we can with him to get that. We also have, electronic, ability to DocuSign documents with our firm. So that really helps everybody to say, hey, I'm not in a position to put this addendum in. Hey, can you do that for me? Absolutely. And then when you look at deadline driven, we're very task oriented. So, and I know with some of my realtors, it really helps to share what are our tasks and what do we do and what is our process through this. So to say, we always track, when are we going to be clear to close? 7 days before, 5 days before, 2 days before. So we know that there's no surprises, because nothing's worse than on the day of clear to close and you're like, I don't know, I haven't talked to the lender in 3 weeks. We want you to know that we're on top of that and we set this out in our deadlines. And like I said, I have a notary on staff, so we want to make that streamlined. And, pre-COVID days and after COVID days, Kathy will be going to the clients, before work, after work. We've even had a doctor where we waited till he got out of surgery to come out and sign docs. So whatever we need to do to make it happen, we're going to, and you always have my cell phone, because nothing's worse if you can't get a hold of your attorney, right?
Yes.
So, if you're like, I don't know who they are, they're not calling me back. We really want to end every day with everybody having that communication from us. And, you can send me an email and be like, SOS emergency, get on it. And, you've got that direct communication with me.
Awesome.
And then when you look at kind of just, why choose us, here's some kind of some highlights. A lot of times people don't have, especially like in a buy, the ability to, scan something over, FedEx it, or, fax it over, or print it, especially to their lender. But we have it set up at a FedEx office where we can be involved. And hey, you know what? They're expecting you to show up to fax that. We can help you with that. We can help you get like the app on your phone, that kind of thing. We never charge an attorney fee unless the property closes. So, even if we're on the eve of close, 3 days before, and we've done everything and it doesn't close, we wouldn't charge a fee. I also have an outside IT firm that keeps us moving smoothly, and provides security and confidentiality of all the client information. We're backed up to the cloud with those proper layers of security on it. And then we have, like I said, I pegged my full-time paralegal, and she's answering emails on the weekend. She's always there for your clients and you too. And then I have additional support staff beyond that, which we try to keep it very simple, that it's Jill and Peg, not even knowing that I have somebody else that's ordering like Wheaton Sanitary or working on those kind of things, because we want to really make it that streamlined when you call and you're like, okay, we're on it for you. We'll take care of that. And we, with everybody's worried about wire fraud, we really have a strict policy about that, and we all adhere to it. And I want to protect you just as you want to protect the clients. So we really take that seriously. And not every client has malpractice insurance, but we do. We're properly insured. And we are proactive and responsive. So that is what we try to do to make sure that through this whole process that we're never trying to catch up. We're always trying to stay ahead of everything. And that's where I talk about docketing and our tasks and that kind of thing. And when you look, I don't know if you can see, but you can see, I could put me off to the side.
Cute.
But here's my information, and you have, we have other people. They didn't all want to be on this, but our key people are here. Myself and Peg, and then we have Kathy the notary, and Liz will help out. I know a lot of people have seen her at Oktoberfest and those kind of things. But if somebody needs running around to say, hey, I need you to go pick up the death certificate, or I have my trust is in a book, and my office will run and get that from your client and bring it back, and we'll bring it back to you. We really just want to offer that boutique full service to complement what you're giving your clients, because we know that we're a reflection of you. And I think what my biggest thing is that it's underutilized is my net sheet.
Just about to ask you about this.
So I think it's like, and I have to do my own thing on it. So I think it's like underutilized. And it's where you can calculate your proceeds on a sale. Really easy. It's great for your clients to use. It's great for you. And it makes you think about different ones, having looked at all the different title company apps and their calculators. Not all of them put in, what if there's 2 HOAs? How much are those docs going to be? What if you need a termite inspection? It'll also automatically calculate for you the city taxes as well. And, we want to make it so that you're not running around getting stamps. We really want to make this seamless for you. So you're like, wow, I really can focus on what my job is, selling and, to my clients and running them around rather than going to pick up a stamp before closing. So that's, what we want to offer to you, and always to be a team.
Awesome. I do have to say, I saw your net sheet calculator last week when we were online with the title company, and very impressed, because I have used other ones as well. And the extra detail that is in there is, it's above the rest. It really is. So I'm looking forward to utilizing this for sure.
And it's great because you can put your logo in it. Like you can,
yes.
You can link to your logo, you can print it out, and then you can do an individual price, and then you can do a, 3-price comparison, because, as like your property, your taxes to the state and county or the city taxes will change, your realtor fee will change. So you can do that and have that be as accurate as we can be. Because I worked backwards instead of forward thinking about how to get to that net sheet, because that you want to make, I always think it's all about expectations. So if we can make these expectations where this is what you're expecting to get back, and we're pretty darn close, rather than it's going to be 5% probably closing costs, give or take a little bit, that's not, or 6% or 7% of title, that's not really going to be as clear for people as here's really what it is.
Awesome.
With that red button looking at me.
Well, Jill, thank you for being our first guest on Who's Who in Women's Council West Suburban. We appreciate your membership. We appreciate your sponsorship. We appreciate you. And I just want to say thank you. And I look forward to seeing you again very soon.
No, and I miss you, and I hope to see you soon. And hopefully, isn't there an event coming up soon? What's the next event?
Well, our next event is scheduled in May that we might not be able to do. But we do have this Thursday on Facebook, we will be having actually tomorrow, a virtual trivia game.
Oh my gosh, so fun.
Space is limited. It's on our Facebook page. I'll send you a personal invitation today.
I love it.
And it's just a fun way to get together. It's via Zoom, so we can see each other. And the questions are pretty good. So
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. And thank you for all the work that you guys do. And, we're looking forward to, I know I'm looking forward to the great, like once we're lifted to having a great rest of 2020. Everybody will be healthy. We'll be out there. We'll be ready to energized.
Yes.
Ready to go. So thank you.
All right. Have a great day.
Thanks, you too. Bye.
Bye.